Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a game between Shine and INnoVation here on Acid Plant, the latter edition. Bottom right-hand corner, the red Terran player, INnoVation. And top left-hand corner, the blue Zerg player, it is Shine. Now, I know this is Shine because I got this replay off of lotv.spawningtool.com. The download link page contains some Korean characters in the name slot for the Zerg player. Punched that into Google and StarCraft, and it came up with Shine. It's a Zerg player from Korea who is currently teamless. Been playing since Wings of Liberty. All right, bottom right-hand corner, we have INnoVation here. I basically introduced him already. INnoVation's kind of been struggling in WCS events and GSL for the last couple of years at this point, which is kind of interesting. INnoVation is one of the four horsemen, one of the four Terran players, the four Korean Terran players, who just make life miserable for Zerg and Protoss and other Terran players. Let's see if he can hold off Shine here and claim a victory for Terran today. We have Sloverlord scouting, no drone scout. I know, Shine's pretty darn confident going hatch first against Terran, even against somebody as good as INnoVation is. I just don't feel confident that nobody's proxying me in my Diamond 3 ladder game. So I will send a drone scout out fairly early, try to harass the SCV building the barracks. Terrans know how to react to that. Just bring another SCV off the line to chase my drone, and everything is okay at that point. This is going to be a Reaper. The Reaper's name, according to the Reaper submission list, is going to be Colonel Mustard. Saved from an untimely death in a ballroom with a candlestick by the Terran Dominion, this proper gentleman joined the Reaper program as a matter of honor, slowly repaying his debt by utilizing his considerable, if somewhat antiquated, expertise in wartime matters against its enemies. Inspired by his dedication, or simply amused, the technician responsible for his conditioning decided to leave the good colonel's mind relatively intact. While he never did find who tried to kill him, Colonel Mustard now spends his days hunting for drones and probes, hoping to find a clue with every kill. Alright, here we go. Colonel Mustard trying to get some kills, man. There are clues inside them drones. He's convinced of it, and there's your third base timing, about 2.5 minutes. Ooh, he's hiding the drone because he doesn't have the money. He knows the timings. Look at these timings. Gonna be 6 lings here. Moving the wounded ling back, easier said than done. We've seen this dance a million times. The best players can do it without losing anything to this Reaper. Reaper is just in the hands of INnoVation. Expansion on the way here for Shine now. He did hide the drone a little bit. Not that INnoVation really checked. But yeah, that's going to be a 2.5 minute hatchery, which you can do, guys. You can do against a Terran player who has an expansion, and it has been scouted by the Sloverlord at this point. So now, pulling all but one drone off gas here is Shine. He's going to drone his face off right now. He's going to get some queens to deal with any further harassment. It's going to be Hellions out of INnoVation, as is tradition here. And they do have the war chest skin there, the Mad Max Hellion skin. I'm not sure what the official name of that is, but I don't know. I should know what it is. I'm just not a huge into cosmetic skins. Probably, unfortunately, for the viewers. All right, so Hellion's going to show up. This creep spread is doing fairly well for Shine. Getting that first tumor up is really nice. Gives the queens a little bit more range. I guess we'll go ahead and hit this hatchery. Says INnoVation's little harassment group here. APM is about 300 for INnoVation, 310 for Shine at this stage of the game. Walling off his INnoVation at the front. He's going to go ahead and build the third command center, I think, to finish off the wall. If I can recognize this build that he's working on right now. It's going to be a couple more Hellions. And this could be a hard thing to know as a Zerg player, is when will the Terran player stop making Hellions? Right, looks like it's 4 this time, but I've seen players go for 6 and then transition into Bio. Usually any more than that, and it's going to be mech. If you start seeing 8, 10, 12 Hellions, okay, that's a mech play. Those are probably going to be Hellbats sooner rather than later, so keep that in mind. Do your scouting. Here we go. Scouting on in. Yes, he sees it. He sees the factory on the tech lab. He sees the barracks on the reactor. A couple drones getting roasted up here. A clue, says Colonel Mustard. He didn't get that kill necessarily, but he contributed. He did. So a couple drones die as they were not protected by queens at all at that stage here. Creep spread just about connecting. Oh, snap. They're going to get in. They're going for it. There are lings in position. I'm not sure if there are enough of them. They're trying to get that surround. Oh! They do get the surround on the Hellions. Lings are not great, but if they can get a surround, they're going to be all right. A Reaper dies there, too. Liberator does get a couple kills in the natural base. Good harassment at the same time there. Colonel Mustard was heard saying, "Oh, bother," as he got killed there by that Lynx around with the Queen support. That was exceptionally well done by Shine, and that really puts him in a comfortable position. He knows there's no more Hellions really coming out anytime soon. He can drone. He's making 6 drones at a time. He's getting centrifugal hooks now. Setting up on a weird position here as INnoVation. Like, you can't kill anything there. Another Liberator showing up inside the main base. There is a Spore Crawler in this base, but not in the correct position to do anything about this. Queen's showing up. Queen will absorb the shots, a couple shots there, while the drones get pulled and while the Spore Crawler gets pushed in there. Shine. Fantastic reactions here. The Queen can't quite get it. Once again, drones forced to be pulled here. Another Queen shows up to tank a couple more shots. Nice transfuse, and the Liberator dies. That was pretty well played by Shine here. I am just impressed with his Zerg thus far. Zergling's checking to see, is there a third base we can kill? No. But see, third base as part of the wall here for INnoVation. He's going for another factory. He's going for a reactor on his starport. Liberator dies to Spore Crawler Queen here. How many drones have gone down? 9 drones have gone down, which is pretty good, but it's still 62 to 49 harvesters, just replacing the drones as soon as they die. Macro hatch here. Look, a macro hatch from Shine against INnoVation. Zerg players, there is no shame in a macro hatch in this version of Legacy of the Void. There's just not. It is hard to spend all your money with the larva counts they're giving you right now. I know I shouldn't be complaining about larva counts for Zerg because Zerg is considered the most favored race in all of StarCraft. But at the same time, especially for lower level players, there's your fireworks. Especially for lower level players, it is so difficult to spend all the money you get when you have 4 fully saturated bases. Hellions rolling on in here. More Hellions from INnoVation. Is he? Oh, he is meching. All right. I mean, he made some Marines. He did make some Marines. This is so hard to read as a Zerg player. I'm sure Shine knows exactly what he's doing, but seriously, I would have seen the barracks on the reactor and said, all right, it's bio-tank. No, it's absolutely not. We are meching here from INnoVation. He's working on Thors. He's working on more tanks. He's got some Hellions rolling in. And see, this is where the Zerglings really don't shine. Haha! No pun intended. Against the Hellions is out in the open here, and when you're outnumbered by the number of Hellions to Lings, it's real bad. They're trying to roast up this 4th hatchery that's on the way. It takes them forever to kill buildings, though, because they are so little damage against stuff that's not light. 8 damage per shot, and it's a pretty slow fire rate. And the splash damage doesn't matter against the hatchery because it's a single target. Hellbats transforming in, going to deal with these banelings that tried to morph in here. Nope, not allowed. Thor drop against this base. Kaboo-boo, kaboo-boo. Lings and banelings. Banelings exploding on the Thors. That's not exactly what you want. You wanted that on the Hellbats here. Fireworks coming up to celebrate the imminent death of this 4th base location. Queens trying to kill the Hellbats, but Hellbats are so tanky. The fact that they came from Hellions confuses me sometimes. Yeah, 4th base done. Excellent pick off there by INnoVation. Queens stabbing away. Pow, 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 pow. Retreating. He's got the Hydras, which are actually really good against Hellbats because they're too slow to get up close to them. Thor dropping inside the main base. They're using their single target fire mode to kill an Overlord and supply block Shine. That's really good stuff. And then basically get out. I think INnoVation feels like he's done enough damage here. We are sitting on a 3-base to 3-base economy. 71 to 73 Harvesters looking fantastic. Is INnoVation right now. 4th hatch getting replanted like a boss is Shine. Hard to do. It's hard to do if you just lost the base to just replant it like that. But if it's a harassment attack, you really don't have to worry about the army immediately killing it. Especially if you have this many Hydralisks, which he does. Which Shine does. He's working. Ooh, Swarm Host now. All right, Swarm Host against the mech. This could be, I mean, like a 45-minute mech Swarm Host game. Probably not. Probably not here, but man, remember those days? Were you a StarCraft fan when that was the thing back in Heart of the Swarm? Where it was just mech and Swarm Host and they fought against each other for hours at a time and the commentators died out of boredom. Yep, I remember those times. Baneling's actually blocking off access to these Hellions for just a second, allowing some time for the Hydras to come in. More drones going down, but this is the mech strategy. You can afford to lose numbers of Hellions. 13 of them thus far, and 5 Hellbats if you kill drones with them, because you can't really harass as mech. You don't have the drop potential that we see from a Bioterran player, so you gotta kill drones and really keep the Zerg player on his toes somehow, and that's just by making a million Hellions at a time and suiciding them into mineral lines. It works. It's really cost efficient, actually. I mean, Hellions are minerals. You need a mineral dump as Terran. Ooh, but here are the first wave of Locusts using this area, which Zerg hate against Terran, kind of in a different situation here. So they're going to land. The Hellions are ready to roast up. Where do they? I guess free tank. All right. Free tank is about all you're going to get there. A couple Hellions going down. But Blue Flame Hellions, pretty fantastic in the situation. This Swarm Host is really late to the party, and he's like, oh, how embarrassing. I really must go home. These Marines, hey, Swarm Host, get out of our neighborhood. Dropping a couple Locusts to deal with them. One down. 2 down, and 3 down. Okay, additional Hydra support there, though. This is a pretty intimidating attack right now. Out of INnoVation, he's got a good tank count. Open up the Swarm Hosts, and the Hellbat count is what really matters here. Do you have enough Hellbats to where you can roast these things up when they land? Tank down, and almost another tank down, but not quite. Hellions trying to roll into that 4th base, getting shoved away by a bunch of Lings and Banes. Ling, Bane, Hydra strategy with Swarm Host out of Shine. Tanks setting up on this low ground. Thor's getting harassed as they try to join the rest of the party, but they are not going to die as their friends help them out here. Tanks can shoot up this ramp and up this cliff and be very effective against the 3rd base location. But guess what? Here we go. Ling's trying to roll in to finish off that. They do finish off that tank. Liberators in the sky here too. Ew, Evolution Chamber dies. Hellions rolling into the 4th base of Shine. Here come the Locusts. Do you have enough Hellbats to deal with this? And the answer is not really. We're actually getting some shots off on those tanks. More. Oh, they transform into Hellbats. 36 drones have gone down before the Hellbats finally get out of there. Continuing to push here is INnoVation. 189 to 189 supply. Banelings, Hydras. This 3rd hatch is in a world of hurt right now. I think it is going to go down, and it does. Well done there by INnoVation, but 7 more Swarm Host on the way for Shine. He is absolutely putting all of his eggs into the Swarm Host basket. He's getting a couple Vipers, I assume for Blinding Cloud. But INnoVation has just wrecked the 3rd base entirely while expanding a couple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. 7th one is landing now for INnoVation right over yonder. Locusts slowly flying in. Flight of the Valkyries is playing. Can they get anything before they die? Yeah, they got a tank. That's pretty good. Got Liberators showing up everywhere to try this multi-pronged harass out of INnoVation. It's just insane. It really is. The reactions from Shine have been pretty good considering what he's had to deal with here. Infestation Pit is gone. Oh, Shine. No more Swarm Host for you, but he already has 23. How many more is he going to make? I guess is the question. This Liberator has 7 kills before a Queen finally picks her out of the sky here. +2, +2 Hellbats. They're working on +3, +3. Ladies and gentlemen. And here we go again. Another swarm. Are there enough Hellbats? I mean, there are 16 of them with +3 attacks. So you'd think, yeah, but another tank goes down. And now that the tanks are gone, the Lingbane Hydra feels a lot better about this situation. And they're going to finish off all of these Hellbats from distance. No big deal. You can't take any of us out if you can't hit us. And the Thors are forced to retreat. Wow, that was close. The Swarm House do manage to finally finish off the tanks. And replanting his 3rd base is Shine. 14,000 resources lost at this point here for Shine, and a total of 10. Wow. 11-ish for INnoVation. Another base here for Shine. It's going to be his 5th, but it's already under attack. Oh, don't attack here, Hellions. Yeah, all right. Okay, catching some shots there. Are these Hellions moving on up? Oh, Swarm Host finding INnoVation's one of its expansions. His 5th base, I believe, instantly taking it down here. They do have +1/+1, which is really good. And look at more Swarm Host. I guess Shine did want more of them because he's going to have like 28, 30 of them at some point here. But excellent job taking out one of INnoVation's many bases he's rolling with right now. Has this been scouted is the question of the day. No, has not been scouted by the Zerg army, but if it had been scouted, it would be dead because it's not a planetary fortress quite yet. There's enough Lings to take it down, especially with Hydra support if you wanted to send those guys down there as well. So Viper's up. APM 383 for Shine, about a 292 on average for INnoVation throughout this game. Once again, Swarm Host slowly cruising altitude, gonna try to kill these tanks. 1 down. 2 down, 3 down. 3 of them down, but still several on the ground here. 5 of them at varying stages of health. It's a nice rainbow of colors down there below. 196 to 200 supply. This game. Woo! This is a good one. This is a really, really good one here. Is he replanted? He's replanted the base that was dead. My goodness, INnoVation. How are you so good at the StarCrafts? I don't know. I really don't know. All right, so more swarm host activity here. Vikings are trying to pick off the Vipers, but Vipers are doing a good job, pretty good job staying out there. Banshee's going to finish off that hatchery to the left side here, that 5th base of Shines. Once again, Locust target firing tanks. 1 tank down, 2 tank down, and the rest of them are okay. So still 3 here. Cloak Banshee hit squad. Did he get Hyperflight rotors? He did. I thought I saw that in the production tab. Hyperflight rotors, really good in the mid to late game here. You just fly around sniping bases, and when the army goes to respond, you just push the front exactly like this. Although Banelings getting on in against these Hellbats, crashing in against the tanks too. Thor's taking shots from the Hydralisks. Banshee's getting hit by some Spore Crawlers as they roll, and suddenly INnoVation's army is gone. Parasitic Bomb here on the Banshees. Ooh, they're not doing a good job splitting. Ooh, Parasitic Bomb doing way more than it should have there. The splits by INnoVation were not that great. Perhaps he was busy coordinating his retreat there. So 5th hatchery is gone for Shine, but a 6th hatch did end up popping here. INnoVation, however, sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total bases. It's 74 to 44 harvesters. INnoVation is up. He's replacing his army. Tanks, Vikings, Hellions, and Banshees. This is a big swarm of Locusts, though. Can they take down the Planetary Fortress before they get killed by these tanks and these Hellbats? And the answer is yes, they do take down the Planetary Fortress. Quite nicely indeed. All right, Swarm Host with a +1 armor. Hydras with a +2 attack and +1 armor here, too. Finishing off that base was nice, but I just feel like INnoVation's income is just too much right now. The Mules, look at this, 3,000 to 1,500. INnoVation's income is fantastical. This base by Shine was sorely needed. INnoVation is sitting at 91 harvesters, which is probably too many. But I guess if you're meching, you just want to be cost efficient with your army anyway. You don't need a huge one. You just need to trade well with the Zerg army. Another group of Hellions getting headed off by Hydras and Banelings. This is not as easy as it looks, as Shine is making it look here. Another huge group of Locusts. And they just go after tanks. That's what they're here for, is to take down tanks. 1 down, 2 down, 3, 4. Almost 1 more. Parasitic Bomb on the Vikings and Parasitic Bomb on the Banshee. Gonna go ahead and scout with it as long as it's not dead. It's not enough to kill it straight up. Hellions rolling up the left side again. These are all so injured, though. Ugh. I mean, a lot of drones died here, but the Hellions could have done a lot more work if they weren't this close to death already. I think is how that works. More Banelings on the way. Working on +3 missile attack, which means we have +2 on the Swarm Host and +1 armor. So the Locusts share those upgrades too. Here we go. Flying in. Getting on top of these tanks. Getting on top of the Thors. The tank count is just so high. Every time the Locusts come in, it feels like there's more. Got another bit of a Banshee attack up here at the 3rd base of Shine. These Banshees, man, they've got +2 attack. Serious business, but guess what? Hydras will crush you if you want to stand and fight against Hydra. Hydra is some of the best anti-air DPS in the game. It's not great for you. All right, INnoVation. He's replanted this one that's dead. He's trying to expand up this way, but creep spread should prevent that command center from landing. This is an incredible ZVT. This is a really, really great ZVT here. INnoVation still working on 3 Thors at a time. Banshees here too. Another group of Locusts swinging on into this location they've hit so many times. Missile turret's going to try to thin out the herd. And the Locusts decide to throw away their lives on the missile turrets, forcing INnoVation to replant them. But he's got a bank of 2,500. So, I mean, he's okay. Banshees against Spore Crawler before it even can pop. Well, it does pop and get a couple shots off there, but bad place for drones. Real bad place for drones here. So many drones have died. 84 drones have died. 84. INnoVation pushing up the middle again. He's got another army. +3 tanks. Parasitic Bomb on the Vikings. Hydra's flanking from the right side here. Viper flying and getting Blinding Cloud on the tanks here too. And here come the Locusts. Where are the Hellbats? I don't actually see any Hellbats here. A lot of tanks are going to die. Several of them go down, but we still have a whole bunch remaining here. Banshees and Vikings trying to finish off this attempt at Overseer. But no, the Hydra's coming in to save the Overseer as it's being constructed right there. Ground Army for INnoVation is fantastically big right now. Thor's continuing to push in. Another base is going to die for Shine, and it does end up going down, and that's a good game. Good game out of Shine. INnoVation is our victor in 20 minutes and 13 seconds. I always forget how much more exhausting it is to cast Korean games as compared to foreigner games in the StarCraft 2 for the most part. I mean, this is just random ladder, you guys. This is just them meeting on the GM Korean ladder and being like, we're just going to play an amazing ZVT of Mech versus Zerg, and it'll be great. And it was. And it really, really was. 30,000 resources lost here by Shine compared to actually 34 out of INnoVation, losing a lot more gas than the Zerg player did. But that's 13 Swarm Hosts, 52 Hydras. How many tanks? Only 16 tanks died, which I feel like should be more considering how much Shine one of those suckers dead. He killed 11. Or another 11 remaining, sorry, from INnoVation. And he killed 16 of them. The upgrades were fantastic. 3-3 on almost everything. There was almost air weapons level 3. Was that in it was in process, because of course, why would it not be in process? And the number 4 hatches went down, and 1 planetary fortress died. He was able to save his other stuff pretty well for the most part there. So INnoVation, what a boss. What a boss. Getting the win here for your Terran hearts and souls. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.